They'll die soon.
They're not gonna. I almost want them to. I want new fish. I don't like these fish.
Levi's the one that looks like it's a 8-bit Mario over here.
Hello? It's Smokey.
Give me a beer. It's Fore Right.
Everybody just calm down. Here's truly Uncle Turks.
Welcome to the Three Off the Tee podcast.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Three Off the Tee podcast. I know it's been a while. We apologize for that. Guys, we're back with a lot of content. We're here today with a special guest, Nick from Grunkdolfer. Most of you guys know him. Sells great merchandise on the app, off the app, social media, websites, anything you can think of. These guys are all over the place. They are they have phenomenal products. So we thought it'd be great to bring him on. There's a few things he wants to talk about concerning, golf tournaments coming up, outings he may have coming up. So we're going to give him an opportunity to plug that to you guys. And hopefully you guys have an opportunity to get out to one of these tournaments, spend some time with these guys, get to know them. They are fantastic guys. You will not regret spending time to get out there and just mingle amongst everybody that you see on Whatnot or any other platform, guys. With that being said, I'm going to kick it back over. I didn't introduce the other two because who gives a shit about them? I'm going to kick it over to Levi. Levi's going to get us started.
Thanks for that wonderful intro as always, Church. How are we doing, y'all? So I know it's been a few weeks, month, something like that. With the holidays and health reasons, we had to take a break away from the podcast for a minute. Focus on the families for the holidays, and then Smokey's always sick. I got sick. Schedules just didn't line up, and so we had to take a step back because we just couldn't get everybody lined up and in the same spot, same place at the same time. So we're back now. Excited to keep bringing you content for this new year. We got lots of good stuff planned coming up, and gonna have a blast. So appreciate you guys sticking around. We see the comments, we see the DMs of like, hey, when's the podcast dropping? You guys aren't done, are you? We're not done. Life happens. So glad to be back. And what a way to bring in the new year, bring on such an awesome guest. Nick, I've got to know him over the last year. And Grunkdolfer, we are excited to have you here. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, Nick?
Thanks, guys. Good to see all your faces. Happy New Year. Yeah, dude, it's Nick from Grunkdolfer. We all know each other from Whatnot, but Grunkdolfer's been around since 2021. Had the idea for the name first, then the logo. Then I just said, why don't I just ruin my whole life and start an apparel company? So that's what happened. But yeah, we've been on Whatnot since April of last year, and excited to talk about what we got going on.
Fantastic. I get Smokey probably knows you the least. And probably, he doesn't come to your shows. He doesn't care what you do on the app. I mean, he just, if your name's not Thomas or Thrifty or something like that, he doesn't come to your shows. So don't feel like he doesn't like you. He doesn't come to my shows either. So it's all right.
I just robbed you one of your last shows. What are you talking about? You called me and yelled at me about it.
No, Nick, the biggest thing I want to, ask is I starting out and I actually told Smoke to ask you this, but it was my idea. So I'm going to ask you, I used to see you like all over social media before you even got on the app. And sometimes there's a negative connotation that comes with getting on Whatnot. And I don't see that was you. I think that the guys you didn't care about that. You guys came to there. What brought you to Whatnot? What made you come to Whatnot? And how do you think that it's working out?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a long journey, but I'll keep it brief. It was actually about a year ago this time. Kind of funny that the first thing that put it in my head was I heard Gary Vee talk about the word Whatnot, and I was like, he's like, yeah, live selling, it's gonna be great. I'm like, okay, I don't know really what that's about. That just planted the seed. And then this time last year, we were at trade shows. Brad and I do these live consumer trade shows where basically the Midwest, where it's not golf season right now, they have these massive consumer shows, and we had done it for a couple years, and it's very successful for us. and I met a rep from Whatnot there, and she's like, "You should get on the app." Long story shorter, we connected after that trade show, and I was like, "Oh, I don't really know if this is for," kind of like what you said, Church. Like, I don't really know if this is for us. Like, is it going to make sense? Blah blah blah. But they had this Masters event. You know, they do these monthly events. At that time, it was an event for the Masters. I was like, you know what? I'll give it a try. I have these Mizuno irons that are Masters themed that were exclusive to Japan. I'll just freaking do a show and then run those for $1 or something. And I had no idea. I mean, Levi was in my first stream, one of the first ones. Like, he knows what everybody goes through, which is like, wait, what the fuck's buyer's choice? What the, you know? So that's how it started. I went live basically for a master show, and we did more money in an hour and than we were doing in 2 or 3 days of sales on our website. And, well, you know, I was immediately hooked after that. Was pretty much it.
Gotcha.
So in terms of why I think there's a negative connotation, I don't know. I mean, live selling is the future. It's the current wave right now. And yeah, there might be some brands that it doesn't make financial sense. That ain't me. Like, it made financial sense for me to do it. And so we just doubled down, and we continue month in and month out, actually, just to double down and continue to kind of grow and expand the brand within Whatnot, like coming out with exclusive products, the drinking club, which we could talk about, and all of those things that go along with Whatnot, and all the fun exclusivity that you could do around it.
Drinking club? Is Levi the president? He's not.
Yeah.
We're down right up his alley. No,
He's the secretary of drunk.
they.
So Nick, do you think with this the Whatnot journey over the last, let's say 8 months you've been on the app, because I believe your first show was in May last year, and that was like you said, I was in that first show, and that was fun. I was able to. They were having some issues like, what the hell's a giveaway and what's this and what's that. So I was able to co-host with them and kind of walk them through a few baby steps. And that first show, that was an absolute hit for being such a brand new seller. They were carrying 70, 80 people in their room and just selling polos like hotcakes. It was pretty awesome.
Were you guys the ones that were in like a garage or a shed or something? Was that you?
Looks like it's basically a girl.
I said it, yeah. So yeah, I was there too back then. All right, I just want to let the record straight that I knew that.
Thanks for sticking her, bitch.
Let's see. Well, hey, I'm not an apparel guy. I don't wear polos. I barely even get to golf, especially this last year. So I'm very selective on what I.
He's not an apparel guy. He's not a shipping guy. He's not a reselling guy. I'm just kidding. He's a great shipper.
First show, we were in my warehouse, and actually Brad and I are working on building new sets for both of our houses right now, because we have it all dialed in. And the original plan was just like, I had been sitting on like old inventory that we had used for photo shoots or that wasn't selling. And I thought, oh, I'm just going to start there. And, you know, when you can take stuff that you've been sitting on for a year and a half and you sell $2,000 of it in an hour, you're like, oh, it just changed the game. And so then it quickly transitioned from stuff we were sitting on, because we no longer were sitting on anything, to what can we make that's exclusive for these people in this audience. And that's really where the trajectory of what we started doing, where now we're doing 3 new polos a month, every month on the app, exclusive to Whatnot before it goes on our website, and then just kind of evolving from there.
John.
So
Smokey, would you like to ask something, Smokey?
Yeah, well, it's more of like the why I think other brands are scared of it. I think you guys, both you and Brad, have really good personalities for the live selling. So I think that was one of the big things that I remember watching when I first came on the app. That was what like kind of hooked, I think, a lot of people, was just your personality. You guys were yourself. Like, you weren't trying to be this big, like a lot of brands come on and try to be very business oriented and try to be all about the brand. I mean, you guys are the brand. So I think that's really cool to see, is like, you guys are the front people and representing well,
Well,
just through being
we
yourself.
there's a story behind that. Like, the reality is, like, when I first started the business, I had these like grand ideas that like I would just be this behind the scenes person and let the universe kind of, find our Grunkdolfer, prototypes, right? That would, but the reality is we didn't have money when we started the business. And so we had to bootstrap everything. And what that meant was Brad and I kind of being the face of the brand. So before Whatnot, we were the ones in the content. We were the ones that were, we say he's the grunk, I'm the dolfer, because he's more of a drunk and I'm the better golfer, even though I'm not great. And so we kind of had that dynamic on social media prior, but and so we just kind of parlayed that into Whatnot, and it just kind of worked because we were used to being in front of a camera. We're both in sales by trade, so we just kind of have the gift of gab, so to speak. And that's really, it was by necessity. Like I always say, I don't want to be the face of the brand, but the reality is I love our brand, so why wouldn't I want to be the one? No one's going to do it as good as the founder. So I would love to, and we could get into what the plan is for Whatnot. I eventually do want to expand and have new faces, like you're seeing some of the other bigger channels do, where we have other characters that come in. But that's not easy. You guys know, like this whole podcast is a Whatnot Sellers podcast. You guys know that, like, I've already even seen people come and go in this space. They think they can just get on, and they might not have the personality it takes to keep people engaged. And it is a skill set. That's just the reality. No matter how much people want to think we just fucking, you guys put clubs up in people's faces and people swipe. No, no, no. People are swiping on the people, not on the merchandise. Am I?
And that's you coming from sales. I'm the same way. I started in Windows sales freaking 25, 28 years ago. That you're not really selling your product, you're selling yourself. If you can sell yourself to somebody, your product will fly. I mean, that's the way, that's sales 101, building rapport with people and selling yourself to them, and they're buying you. They don't give a shit about your, I mean, you sell quality products, but the, biggest thing is they're buying you. So yeah, I agree. And another really cool thing that I see you doing that I want to do once here before long is integrating your son into it. I think that's a fantastic idea, and I'll tell you right now, fantastic job with that kid, man. You can tell he's a really, really well, mannered child, and like just, I mean, who wouldn't want a kid that just has the entrepreneurial, you know, goals that he probably does, that you can tell. So kudos to you for that.
This kid's trying to, at 14, get a work permit to go work. He wants to work at like a restaurant or something. So he's trying to go, and I told him, I'm not helping you at all. So like I give him the Whatnot platform. He obviously is good at talking. His mom and I were sales. Like, his mom was in sales a long time ago. So it's in his DNA. It's been cool to see. He's a punk 14-year-old, as you could imagine when you have a kid that age. But yeah, overall, I'm really proud. He's a great kid. And yeah, he's trying to get other jobs too. He's just a hustler. Well, I was going to say, one note on, you mentioned on the quality. That's, I think, a big thing that people need to, and if there's Whatnot people watching this, I think this would be a good thing to take from. One of the things that Brad and I decided at the beginning, because we started a company called Grunkdolfer, and right, we're like, that's ridiculous. But we wanted to make sure that the quality of the products were uber premium, so that the irreverency of the name was just an afterthought. It wasn't, oh, this is a funny brand with cheap shit. This is a funny brand, but it competes with every golf brand at a high level. And so there's intention there that's not on accident. It's like people say, oh, those are the Grunkdolfer guys. But dude, have you tried their polos? Like, every time I hear that, it makes me excited, because it means we're doing something right.
Yeah, and that's the problem you get into with a lot, like, because you can't, like I told Smokey earlier, once your algorithm turns to golf, like, that's all you are, is just ads for polos and hats and all this stuff. And I see so many that are hilarious and would be fantastic. And then you order one and you get it in, and it's just like the just shittiest hat, or the polos are like 3 sizes too small, even though it says a 4X fits like a large. You know, it's just, and I agree. You guys, fantastic quality, and you can tell that you guys believe in your quality too. So
Yeah, obviously there's a lot of you know, the world, in the world of Temu, there's a lot of copycats out there, and a lot of people just, you know, trying to get money off of clicks essentially. And so, but that's why, like, those brands, you'll never buy from them again. It's a one hit, they're one hit wonders, right? But that's why you got to keep the quality high and evolving. You know, we just developed these button downs. I don't know if any of you have your hands on them, but it's a totally different fabric. It literally doesn't even look like you wouldn't even recognize it as a Grunkdolfer product. But, like, you know, I'm trying to kind of evolve and keep ahead of the trends, to keep people excited, you know?
Yeah.
that
So I'm a big, yeah, you're good.
oh, sorry.
So from the beginning, I've been swiping on all the Grunkdolfer stuff. And when I got my hands on the first polo that I ordered, hands down, one of the best polos that I own. And I'm a big polo guy. I wear polos fucking almost every day, and I've probably got 30 different Grunkdolfer designs to include a collab polo that I did with Fore Right and Grunkdolfer.
Weird
And
flex.
it's not weird flex. I'm just saying,
I think I the
quality
in there
that
with the 30.
the quality was absolutely insane. Nick and I have been talking about some stuff coming for this year as well. Do some new drops and stuff like that. And so when Nick says he believes in his product and being very, very high quality and not putting junk out there, he's 100% behind his product. I'm basically a Grunkdolfer affiliate / endorser without any title, because I can't help myself when they bring out awesome new designs every month, and I'm just like, oh, that fucks. Oh, let me get one.
I'm gonna be real selective with the collabs this year. You is obviously one of them, forever and always. But because it's a lot of work. But, you know, that's, you know, it's kind of funny. A big part of my business that kind of grew organically, that'll, you know, probably do 6 figures this year, just that part, is custom. So it was a natural kind of parlay to do collabs, to do, you know, we did custom stuff for you. You know, I had that idea for, like, what could look like a Coors Light can, and I fucking love that polo for you. And then we just did some for 8 a.m. Birdie Juice, Bubba for the win, Birdie Gang, whatever one of his many names. And so now he has a whole collection of his own polos that he and I designed, that you can only get on his channel. So I like that element of it. I'm going to keep it limited just because it's a time consuming issue, but I love design. And that's another thing that's been great about Whatnot is, you know, when you put out a product on like a Shopify, there's so much marketing that has to go into it. It's hard to really spit out a ton of new stuff. You really just have to keep doing the same thing that is working. But with Whatnot, I can make as many designs as my dumb brain can think of, and it'll never not sell. That's the beauty of it. There'll be somebody that wants to buy it. So it's really been great.
Sorry. Can you have a phone call with this guy named Jamie Reese and discuss designs with him and talk to him about some of the ones he's brought to Whatnot, and how, and sure, he might have a whole different outlook on what you just said, because God, that guy's
So you see, you know, I know you're kidding, because you know what's funny about Jamie is, you know, he and I are probably the closest thing to competitors on the app. Like, we don't sell clubs, we sell apparel and accessories. And he does it obviously at a much higher level than me, especially on the accessory side. I don't lean into that much. Like, I don't sit there and run ball markers. I'm not good at it. I don't like it. I don't have enough of them for it to be exciting. But so basically, he's the closest thing to a competitor, but I fucking love that guy. So sorry to not throw shade, because he and I are coming from the same club. He basically takes like what I do at Grunkdolfer, where I kind of like, I lean into like some dirty innuendos and stuff, and he just fucking takes the line and crosses it. And I envy him for the balls, the tiny, tiny balls.
Don't that no shade needed. That's just Smokey trying to stir the pot like he always does.
Yeah, no, I wish I could talk shit, but no, he and I will be 2v1 boxing match against Bubba for the win in Vegas. Yeah, he might out with
Is that real? Real? Oh, you guys are gonna
think.
Bro, Bubba is gigantic.
Well, Bubba's huge.
Sad. Make an extra size polo just for him.
Bro, he's like 8 foot tall. He's gigantic. Dude, I'm 6 foot tall, and I played in that whenever we went out there for GHQ. I played with him. Who else was on our team? The beer budget guy. Everybody on my team was like over 6 foot, and I was over here just like super short. So, but yeah, he would kill. He would just destroy y'all.
It's fun to think about, though. It's kind of like, midget wrestling or something, like me and Jamie against him.
You just spoke love language right there. I love midgets.
The amount of times church has brought up midget wrestling. Oh my!
Did you midgets are amazing? I will take all of them. I will adopt them all. I want them all. I'm telling you, I will build. I want them. Or you? That's probably not the right thing to say.
Funny, said this for years. One day in my lifetime, I want to hire about 10 of them, and I want to take them to a miniature golf course and make them play with regular size clubs.
It's great content. That would be amazing. What if that What if they twisted their ankle in the cup? Player stepped in the cup and twisted their ankle because their whole foot went in.
Do you have small enough sizes of Grunkdolfer gear?
We're so cute. We just launched to kids clothing for the holidays, and people love it. It's just a little mini. Well, get kid with a juice business group. Fair.
Oh, so I have a design that is a little person. I'm not gonna say the M word. The little people, and it's a little person stripper stripping on a golf club as a pole. I love them. They're amazing. Their little legs. They're just.
All right, so we know one of Church's fetishes now.
Oh, absolutely. I'm scared to admit that.
After the first time I met
Terry,
I knew.
I would take every one of them. I mean, they're all so good. They're so great.
Trying to own them all.
That's owning is a bad word, Smokey. You can't.
You are insinuating that you want. Oh my god!
I would give them a safe place to live.
Church wants to start his own chocolate factory.
This sounds like a sanctuary. Is this
See all life Uncle Church little person tournament coming soon.
She Wonka over here.
Yeah, I love them.
Oh, jeez. Oh, where's the? This is so camp. This episode's getting 3 clicks and that's it.
Oh,
they're gonna shut us down so fast.
Man.
Well, so one thing that we did not announce is Nick and Brad over at Grunkdolfer are officially sponsors of the 3 Off the Tee podcast, and we are very appreciative of that, Nick, and shows that you believe in us, and it's fucking awesome of you guys to do that. And not only that, but they are hooking all of our viewers up. We will have a link listed in this video below in the description. Click on the link. It takes you to Grunkdolfer, and using that link, you get 10% off anything off the Grunkdolfer site, which is absolutely generous.
Thank you so much for that, Nick. Really, I mean, it means a lot, especially when we can't get our other sponsors to even ship shit out. Love them though. Love them. We love them.
Did we? I don't know if we finalized it, Levi, but I'll just tell everybody here. So every single, you guys are doing like 2 to 4 of these a month, right?
Yeah, supposed to be weekly, but that's all hinging on Smokey's schedule.
Well, we'll do this for everybody within each month that uses the 3 off the tee code and gets 10% off, one of them will get a $150 gift card straight cash to the website at the end of every month.
Dang, sheesh. So there you go. Want to use that code? I was thinking and awesome, man. We certainly appreciate that.
So make sure you click that link below. Go find some. You won't be disappointed. Their website's full of awesome product from, like we said, polos, hats. Their hoodies are absolutely insane. And then, but they also got their own ball markers and accessory cases and coolers, and they've got so much cool shit on their website. So make sure you use that link.
I'm gonna have to go order some stuff. I had to sell all my Grump polos the other day. Oh,
Cause you
and I had both of them. I sold them all.
you down a size. Is that why?
All I had was all I had was 4X. So
Nice.
I got to go down. So I got to get some more Grunt gear. And now the hoodie still fits me. It's a little, it's looser. You can wear a loose hoodie. But I had 8 or 10 polos and I had to sell them all. So
That's good.
but yeah, I'll definitely be visiting that. You guys,
We've always catered to the big guys, but I'm always happy when a guy goes from a 4 to a 3 because it really just means you're probably going to live longer. You know what I mean? And that's all I care about.
I mean, if I'm your owl, it's
Sort of money with you.
yeah, exactly.
right? So
No, Murph says he's about to drop down into the 2X range.
yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
was like, I mean, this is a 3X. I mean, this still fits me good. I mean, it's a little loose, but I mean, 2X would be too tight right now. But yeah, I still have about another 75 pounds I want to lose. So, and then we'll be good to go. So, and then I'll be able to get my wardrobe levels back up maybe. So, but yeah, man, again, I appreciate you guys doing that. One other thing I wanted, what's your thoughts on the state of Whatnot, the app in general? Like, is it in a good place? Are there changes that need to be made? What's your headspace there?
I probably have a different viewpoint than most people that are just straight Whatnot. Coming from dealing with Meta and TikTok and Google and all these other platforms where you have to spend money like on advertising and stuff to sell your product, Whatnot is like a godsend because, typically if you're in their ear enough, they'll listen to you at least somewhat. They'll try, which is better than like, Meta, you just can't get a hold of anybody, right? And so I like that element of it. It certainly they can do some stuff differently. I don't know like it's different for everybody, right? Like you guys are club sellers, so you guys are having to compete with like these huge, massive brands that they obviously want on their platform because all they really care about is that top gross number. But I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair for the reseller that's out there grinding, looking for deals on Facebook Marketplace, looking for deals at all of the shops in their local area, and then trying to resell it and make a couple bucks. It's not really fair that they that these bigger brands get this preferential treatment, but such as is life, right? I mean, that just kind of is what it is. Like my thing to those people would be like, get your shit together and become one of those big people. Like grind and figure it out. And guys like you guys are doing that. We are kind of in our own little space. So, I think we probably sell more polos and hoodies and hats, probably not hats, but more polos and hoodies certainly than anybody else on the app, I would guess. And so, because we have our little niche, one of my favorite phrases is riches in the niches. And we just kind of lean into that and keep our fucking mouth shut. That's pretty much the business model right there.
Probably some advice I could heed.
Well, and with that business model, you're absolutely crushing it as far as like you're sticking to what you guys do and do best. And I would 100% agree. Polo, you're probably the top polo seller on at least the golf side of Whatnot.
And you guys
Like,
are getting
I
good
don't-
money for your polos still too. You're not getting crushed. Like you guys are getting real market value for your stuff. Like, it's crazy to see. A lot of people fail when it comes to the apparel side of whatnot. I think I mean, from what I've seen, you guys are crushing it as far as your numbers and all that.
Yeah, that's kind of the beauty of selling on other platforms is if there's a time where I'm not getting the right price, I just don't run it, right? Because it'll sell,
Switch it up.
you know, on those other apps. So that's helpful also. Like that's another thing I would probably recommend people do is diversify. Like I've talked to Levi about this. Like you guys every whatnot person listening to this, whether you know it or not, you have a brand, right? And Grunkdolfer, we started with a brand and came on to whatnot, but you guys are all building brands that people care about. And so being able to parlay that into other things, like live events, like the drinking club, like we just talked about or haven't talked about, but mentioned, is going to be what propels you past whatnot. So, imagine if whatnot went away tomorrow. Like I think about that all the time. What if this channel went away tomorrow? What if that channel went away tomorrow? And how I am kind of diversified to make sure it doesn't kill my business. And I think that's important for guys that are just on whatnot to think about. Like you got to be on the other apps. Like as much as everyone talks shit on it, you should be set on eBay. You should have like your top products on eBay for a set price. And if it moves, it moves. If not, you can slang it on the app on whatnot,
Yeah. I agree.
That makes sense. And in all reality, Nick, outside of whatnot, Fore Right's not a thing. Like there's nobody paying $30-$40 for my hats off of whatnot because no one knows who the fuck I am. I only have a following on whatnot and like a little sprinkle of other social medias, but that's my only I guess my only selling source that you'd say. But I feel like whatnot has been the best platform to build the brand, to build Uncle Church Golf, to build Smokey to Bear, to build Fore Right.
Absolutely, because like Smokey said, they're buying from you, right? That is the platform where you are the face, but there shouldn't be any reason why you don't have like your top selling ball markers and top selling hats, live on a website on Shopify. It's not that hard. The fulfillment's easier than whatnot, for God's sakes. And there's no reason you shouldn't have that. It's like the easiest thing to do. You take some product pictures, you throw it up on a Shopify store, and you just set it and forget it. And then, I'll tell you this. I noticed a noticeable uptick in our holiday sales, like Black Friday, Christmas, all that, because of all the traction we had on whatnot. Like we had a spike in sales, which means it crosses over. It's not like one people will either buy on whatnot or they won't buy anywhere else. They come to the website, they look for deals, they purchase the new drops if it's not on whatnot first. Like that crossover happens. And what that is different than whatnot is that's happening while you sleep. It's not, you don't have to be in front of the camera for it. And that's really ultimately what we probably all want deep down is like, we want to make money without any effort. Whatnot is a lot of effort. I mean, it changed our business model completely, and we're happy to put all the extra work in, but it's still nice, to look up in the morning and wake up to a Shopify store that has sales in it that you literally didn't do anything for. You believe this. No, actually, Brad and I both still have our full-time jobs.
Oh,
Really?
That's yeah, that's a grind right there. Yeah.
I would have never guessed that.
I mean, I'm a broker, an insurance broker. So I insure hotels. I've done it for 12, 13 years. And so I have a book of business that I manage. It grows, it whatever. So, for that's why, sales is so good, right? Because it gives you the freedom to kind of do other things. But, and even that's kind of fun because that's crossing over. I'm actually on my way right now to a golf course to meet with them because we're doing a charity event for my insurance company where we're raising $50,000 for a charity that we care about. And it's because of Grunkdolfer and my experience running tournaments that was able to kind of cross over. So it's that's cool to see.
With that said, like, don't you guys have a tournament coming up, like next month in Vegas or something?
Yes, we do. And in fact, the fact that 2 out of 3 of you aren't coming is pretty pathetic, if I do say so myself. Yeah, we're doing a tournament with Bubba for the win. It's the Birdie Gang Invitational. So this was going to be Bubba's thing, and I just he kind of got on a call with me to ask for some advice. He was going to do it as just an exclusive Birdie Gang thing, and I kind of put it in his ear, either smartly or stupidly, that no, this should be like a full-blown event, that the Birdie Gang is there, but like you have everybody that would want to come. And that's how that started. And, we've we've ran 10 or so tournaments already before. It's a grind, but it's a labor of love, and it is fun, and it's a great day. Levi, you were at our December tournament. So February 20th, the Birdie Gang Invitational at Revere Golf Club in Las Vegas. I think we only have like 18 spots left. So there's not a whole lot left that needs to be done in terms of a sellout, but we will sell it out. And yeah, we have Surfside Vodka as the title sponsor. So they make like an iced tea vodka canned beverage that's really good.
No, those.
Or we got
3.
El Cristiano Tequila. They will be there. You'll be getting a tequila sunrise breakfast cocktail when you sign in, and then they'll be out on a hole passing out margaritas and shits all day.
Will be showing up.
Of the 8, basically, here's the rule for a Grunkdolfer tournament. First of all, we say it's a drinking tournament with golf added. Okay, so the people that think, oh, I'm not a good golfer, whatever, you do not need to be a good golfer. This is a fun day. You basically show up, all drinks and food is covered. You'll get a custom hat, a custom towel, custom ball markers, custom tees. It's all related to the Birdie Gang Invitational. So we've decked everybody out with swag. Every other hole there will be alcohol. Every other hole. So yeah, it's it's in our name, Grunkdolfer, you know what I mean? So, and 8 a.m. birdie juice, right? Like, it's kind of like 2 brands related to drinking and golf coming together. So I'm excited about it. It'll probably be the only one I do in Vegas. It's just really hard to run a tournament in a state that, like, where you have to travel to it versus running the ones like in our local area that we do. So I would recommend you get in and get signed up.
Yeah. Well, I don't drink. Will there be bongs on the other opposite holes?
Then you have a good shot of winning.
BYOB, Church. BYOB.
Said W. So what is the cost associated, and how do people sign up? Where do they find the information at?
Maybe you guys could link it in the video, because it's like it's kismet.com is the site we use, and then it's like /events/Birdie Gang Invite 2026. But you could also DM me on Instagram and I'll text you the link, or again, you guys, if you want to put the link in the description. It's $200 a player, of $50 for the VIP swag. So it basically $250 all in would get you the golf. And again, the golf includes endless drinks, endless food, all that stuff. And then the $50 gets you a badass swag bag with a bunch of merch that you can only get there at the Birdie Gang Invite. We'll have a Grunkdolfer hole where we're selling an exclusive polo for the day of, a Vegas themed polo. And yeah, it's just gonna be a party. That's the reality. The course itself would cost you $180 for a round of golf. So for $200, you're getting
That's a bargain for Revere.
yeah. It's a very nice course.
Maybe I could get somebody to sponsor me and fly me out or something. That'd be cool. I know people are getting flew down to Orlando for the PGA show, so maybe no.
Sure. You're telling me it's a money issue?
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
That's not true. You could go live right now and sell everything behind you in this shot that I'm looking at and pay for it. You're a quitter.
I'm borrowed all this stuff. This ain't even mine.
Just in a rental suite. That's all it is. He rents that space out.
Yeah. So,
just that on. I would race cars and sell ball markers.
Oh, don't count the Hot Wheels. Here we go.
where's guy now, Neil?
Oh my God.
That Myra's guy.
You know, it's fun. I actually have a funny whatnot story for you guys. So, you know, I've always only been on as a seller, right? Popped into golf shows and you know, supported or whatever. But like, I've never got the bug of like all these guys that'll spend thousands of dollars on the app, right? There's a channel called the Pit Stop, okay? And I grew up a NASCAR fan, but I'm not really a collector, okay? But this guy runs die-cast cars at scale. Like, he has a full warehouse of them, right? And I never understood why people would sit there and swipe so long and buy everything that I have spent thousands of dollars on die-cast cars. So much so that this summer I am launching an entire Days of Thunder X NASCAR themed launch around Grunkdolfer so that I can resell these fucking cars that I've been buying.
This DM Church. Just text there. He'll buy them like.
I spent $2,000 in the last 2 weeks on diecast cars, bro. Like, I just started collecting. Yeah, Vegas, Asthma, and all kind of shit.
Wait a second, are you talking about this mob? Are you talking about the Pit Stop guy, or is there another one?
Oh, dude, diecast? Go on diecast and look them up. There's hundreds. Look, bro. We're taking a time.
Oh, here we go. No more.
We're taking a time out. Oh, my Lord. Just look. He did me.
Field.
Yeah. Oh. Like, I got them everywhere. This is my favorite. That's my pride and joy. Huh. And then I got a $1,000 track coming. It's like a downhill racing track. Oh my God, it's amazing. I mean, that's as soon as you guys with it.
So you're more on the Hot Wheels side. I'm more on like the collectible NASCAR side, but still it's the same addiction. And it's just funny because like I said, I never really got it. Like, I make all these polos, so they're not like you know, they're special to me, but they're not like unique, you know what I mean? Like, I have a warehouse full of them, right? But man, when I see these cars on there, I can't help but move my to the right. You know what I mean?
Same. You let a Skyline come across my freaking whatnot page, like, that's mine. That's mine.
Exactly. Dude, anything Jeff Gordon, I was a big Jeff Gordon fan my whole childhood. Anything Jeff Gordon, I'm winning it. Like I said, like no one else is buying Jeff Gordon on that guy's channel because it's me. So
I was an Erngard fan, so.
all right.
Church messages us, texts us the other day, sends a picture, and it's just a Hot Wheels car. It's a truck, and he's like, "Hey, I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this." $400 truck, just one little car. And I'm like, "You're right. You don't need it. You've got tons of other cars." Next text, I bought it. Like,
What about that eBay listing that was like $2,500 for like, I don't even know how many cars it was. Did you end up buying that too?
No.
See,
Because they have to be the car that
Are you gonna start Church's garage and start selling fucking wheels on whatnot?
I'm doing a TikTok channel of racing. Like, I'm gonna do all sorts of racing on there and just like there's guys that get on there, they have 500-600 viewers. I sent Levi and them a link, and like, people gift and you get to pick a car, and then you race and you win nothing. You just send a gift and you get to pick a car on live. So I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be called Uncle Church's Holy Roller Speedway. So that's gonna be fun. It's just fun. My son loves doing it, man. I want to do stuff with my son that he enjoys doing. So I mean, it's just like I said, I'm just a big kid. So
don't blame your son. No, don't blame your kid for this. This is also you. This is all you.
My name is not Smokey. I do not pass the buck. This is me. It's all me.
Awesome, dude. No, it's cool when you can find stuff to do with your kid too. And trust me, as the guy that has the 14-year-old, it'll go quick and he'll be wanting nothing to do with you real quick. So take it in while you can. And It's like seeing 36. I had a kid young.
Okay.
I had a kid young.
You're not.
It's like seeing a little bit of you in them. And you know, guys, I feel like women grow out of that like early. Guys never lose that like childish, like you know, side of us that like we still geek out over shit. It's why we love golf. I mean, there's real science behind why men are obsessed with golf. It goes all the way back to the hunter gatherer days, you know, like throwing a rock and hitting something that could feed your family. We're just all chasing that that one good shot. You know what I mean? Like that's what I love about golf, you know. We didn't even talk about that. But it's special, dude. So enjoy the time with your kid while you can, because it goes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, are you going to you guys aren't going to be at the PGA show?
No, I don't go to the jerk off fests.
Boy. Not a fan of it. Huh?
That's all. That's all those are. I mean, look, as a brand, if I wanted to have like a booth where I sold to PGA pros to get into golf shops, right? I would pay 25 to 30 grand. So I'd have to get into 10, 15 golf shops just to break even. That doesn't include all the travel and all that. And then when you see all these like influencer types that go, it's just a big jerk off fest, and I'm not there for that. I'll go run whatnot shows and make thousands of dollars. They could go jerk each other off. That's how I feel about it.
Well, I'm doing interviews, and I promise you, I will not jerk anyone off. If they have shit products, I will tell them your products are shit, bro. There is no. There's one thing you don't have to wonder is what's on my mind, and I will tell them.
Yeah, I just maybe it's because like if it was probably more regionally close to me and not the opposite side of the country, I might I might have different thoughts on it. But man, when you talk about having to go all the way over there, plus it's actually the same week as the American Express Open, which is a tournament an hour from me that I go to. And so I genuinely enjoy going to that. They have it's not quite as intense as the Waste Management with the 16th hole, but they have the 17th hole called Alcatraz, and there's like a big stadium around it. And I have some buddies that have like a stadium suite behind the hole, so you just get to watch guys hit balls all day, and it's a real fun time. So that's always the same week as the PGA. So, and it's my wedding anniversary the same week, so I'll probably never go to a PGA show.
Gotcha. I mean, this is my first one, and I mean, we'll just see how it goes. I'm going, you know, Broski and Thrifty are going, and then Jamie and the Shankit guys are all going. And that's a big reason why I'm not coming to Vegas, that, and it's all the way across the country. You know, I'm not a big flyer. I'd rather drive, and I don't want to drive that far. So that's my big, and I have a trip at the end of April, a golf trip with buddies, which, man, since whatnot, you have very little time for your buddies. And it's like, you know, your guys that I've been friends with since I was kids. Like, these two guys are my buddies too. But you know, the guys that I've grew up with and play golf with so often, you know, I don't get to do anything with them anymore. So, you know, that's a big part of why I'm not coming. I would love to come. It sounds like a blast. But I wish I would come. But guys, if y'all do want to go, please click that link that's going to be listed in the
I'm always selling, I'm sorry, but it sounds like you should take those buddies you haven't seen in a whole lot and get a foursome together. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, you don't know these buddies. They're not coming to Vegas. So they're not coming to Vegas. So
Real buddies. What are we talking about? Well, they ain't coming to Vegas. What are they? What are they, Mormon? Like, what are we talking about here?
What day of the week is it on?
It's on a Friday, dude. You come in Thursday night, you stay Friday, Saturday, you leave Sunday. It's like, bro, I promise you, church, I promise you, it will be the most fun golf tournament you miss ever. You're going to see videos from this.
Another thing, and I haven't even talked about this, but there's probably no better time. And this, I mean, I'm really thinking about coming. I might come. Let me do some thinking after I get off here. But
well, 18 ain't a lie, so you know, don't think too much.
I know. Do I have to pay up front, or can I go give blood first to get some money? Like, I gotta figure funds out here.
But it's just an account set up with a saving.
Like, Okay, so about 3 months ago, I left the birdie game. And it was nothing contentious. It was nothing, no bad blood. It's just it didn't align with what I was wanting to do versus what, he's wanting to do, which is fantastic. Whatever, I think Bubba's great. He's a great guy. But it just didn't align. And me and him talked it out and everything was good. There was no hard feelings or anything like that. I still pop in his shows and say what's up. But that was another reason I just didn't want it to be weird, but I don't think it will. It's just me in my own head and giving myself an excuse not to come. I really want to go. So I'll probably make it happen. Let me do something after this show, after this podcast, and I'll probably end up signing up. Sounds like a blast. And I need to meet Levi. I've met Smokey. That was terrible. Oh, your buddy. Always has a it's a V. I've never met Levi in Princeton. No,
I've been all stuck in Alaska half the time.
yeah.
How you live in very games?
He lives in Russia almost.
Is it a bobsled you're taking, Levi?
Hey, speaking of that, Levi, I might be coming up to Idaho in April, so I'll let you know.
For what? For
Just in Idaho.
Just to connect with some friends that we have up there. Yeah, they were at the tournament too, Levi. I think you met them. We'll just go into Boise and be in there.
Oh, perfect. I'm 20 minutes from Boise.
Yeah, and us Californians, we love moving to Idaho, so maybe. Hell, that shit. I got a kid on the way, and I don't really want to raise him in California, so.
I get that. Well, I'm looking forward to it, Nick. If you do come up, we'll definitely have to get together.
So I asked Levi this yesterday, not to flip the script and ask you guys a question, but, I want everyone to fucking get generationally wealthy off of whatnot. So what are your guys' goals for 2026, Church and Smokey? What are we working on to make whatnot, the best it can be?
So Smokey's probably just going to be just to run one show, eventually. My goal going forward, and I talked to Smokey and Levi about this, and I think they kind of know. I hate selling. I don't want to sell. It's just not. I've sold for so long, and I want to entertain. I just want to be in front of a camera and entertain and like tell jokes and cut up and just whatever, so making content is my goal. So whatnot is going to be there to kind of help push my brand. But what I'm seeing my stuff start to do is my brain is filled with just endless ideas. Like I have just tons of ideas and, people are starting to show interest in wanting to carry my stuff. And like sell my stuff, through their stuff. So that's kind of what I want to do. That's my end goal is me make content for this channel and whatever other stuff that I do as far as social media, YouTube, all that stuff. And then let my other stuff, let my brands just be kind of like a wholesale operation, I guess.
Okay. All right.
Wholesale.
So less shows, more centered around straight content, which is great because you got the podcast and you're going to do the Hot Wheels stuff on TikTok. That's a great idea, by the way. Okay. I like it. And yeah, that's the thing with all of us, right? We have all these connections with manufacturers that we work with, that we know they make good product or whatever. That's real IP. That is real, like tangible. People will pay you for that. That's why my custom side of my business took off the way it did, because people don't have the knowledge that we have going to these manufacturers and connecting and sourcing. So you can absolutely leverage that and just be the go-between, with your own brand. Or I would encourage you to do that. Like those people that are willing to buy your product at wholesale, get them to make their own product and go through you to buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. That's like I said, that's my biggest goal in life. What makes me happiest is to make other people laugh. I like to tell jokes and I'll bust your balls and we'll, have a good time. And that's what keeps me going, is just interacting with people and cutting up and joking at my own expense, at their expense, whatever it is, cause I make fun of myself all the time. I'm the first, redneck Mexican fat ass that likes to fuss balls, man. I mean, that's just what I am, you know. So, Smoke, what's yours?
All right, Smoke. What about you?
Oh boy. Well,
What-
I'm like
what's your
usually I
doodle?
start out as I've been trying to doodle. I can't doodle right now. It's kind of messing me up. Um, but yeah, no, I went into Whatnot as the like just I was the Facebook marketplace guy, the eBay guy, like hunting for good deals. I got it, found Whatnot. Figured I could kind of. I'm a shit talker. I'm a banter. I like just fucking interact with people. So that's what got me into like the selling point of it. I saw other people doing it. I'm like, oh, I could definitely like do that. So was just a big side gig for me when I first started, and then kind of saw like I have a couple of my own custom things I made, towels and head covers, stupid shit like that. And I mean, that really opened my eyes when I saw something that I made with my name, brand, market, whatever you want to call it. Honestly, I think I fumbled a lot of that myself, not keeping up consistently with it. And that was part of just trying to fund. I thought going into it, clubs, and like I should have been looking at more of like the brand thing. I just didn't see it early on enough. So this year it's kind of more holding myself accountable and pay attention to a lot more of that building the brand and kind of like church content. Like the podcast is kind of, I just like talking, interacting with people and getting to actually see their faces while talking and their actual live reaction on like just somebody being able to type whatever the fuck they want. It's kind of a different aspect of it too. So yeah, I need to just hold myself accountable more and do actually keep up with the actual schedule because I've always just been very in the wind, whatever happens type of thing. So yeah, this year's all about kind of building that schedule, consistency, getting the brand, getting more of my market myself better, and just consistency. That's the number one thing. So hopefully by the end of the year, it'll be a broader spectrum for the Smokey the Bear. Wow.
2026, the rebirth of Smokey. That's what I'm calling it. We're here to support him. I know that he has the charisma and the personality to do very well. I just think, this year is going to be Smokey's year. Like I said, I know Levi is, I'm by myself. I am. He's got several people in his corner. We're blowing Smokey up this year. I'm just saying.
I appreciate you guys, but yeah, no, it
Blow
has a lot of
me up. Love it.
God, there. That do you think a bad thing? I'm just called scared.
Oh, what he's just thinking about blowing Smokey.
I'm not blowing nobody. Right on. Well, so Kyle, let's give us a hard date. When is your first show gonna be?
There's no hard date. There's no hard
No,
date.
give me something like
No, there's no.
got it then before.
Yeah, in our March, like March is the goal. March is the goal. Once my shoulders kind of fixed the neck area,
No,
that's all.
that's right.
Like that's what I'm aiming to. Sir, obviously, I like selling clubs, so
You can't run Whatnot because you got a bad shoulder.
Nah.
Hey, pull up that
Well,
paraplegic gal that runs women clothing. I'm just kidding. I just made that up, but that would be crazy, right?
I was real as fuck.
No, I'm gonna be Smokey's voice here. Smokey has been through a lot of criticism on and off the app. Some deservedly so, some not deservedly so, and I think he would admit that. I think that's, rectifying that and getting back on the right track and, I think that should be the goal of this year. I think him getting where he needs to be again. There's no reason why he can't be one of the top sellers on the app because of the charisma that he has and the way he allows banner in his shows. And, he takes criticism and all that sort of stuff. So, it's not the shoulder. I think that's just kind of it's Smokey getting comfortable again. Smokey's got to get comfortable again with running shows. So I hate to talk about you like he's not here, Smokey.
No. I agree though. Honestly, like the hitting live button used to be fun. Like, so before I got hurt and stopped working, like when it was side gig, it was easy. Like I'd go live, I would be happy, whatever. Like it was fun. I didn't care about the sales numbers. But once it got to like where I wasn't working full time, everything kind of changed. I started caring a lot, like too much, overthinking about my shows. And when I'd have one good show, get really happy, excited, and have like two bad shows back to back, that it was like mentally it's just draining. And like when it just all the pressure of it, that's what really started to take a toll. And I'm like, okay, let me like step back and kind of regroup and figure out what what needs to happen going forward. And that's kind of where I've been at. And then off season, obviously too, just prices plummet for a lot of, like, I love selling golf clubs. That's what got me into selling, was just the golf club side of it. So obviously right now is not the best time to try and sell golf clubs. And I never had access to all the brand new clubs, all these new shops that come on and have access to all these new clubs, and they'll just rip them out of plow or whatever they want to do and just run them. I can't compete with that. So it's just been a lot to try to, it's always been like an uphill battle of being a little guy just trying to make it. So now it's just kind of trying to buckle back in and lock in for it. Bryn.
You to see where
Your brand's called. So as a who doesn't know you, I'll tell you, like, and a guy who, appreciates brand, the Smoky brand is a cool brand. Like, you have something there, and that's what I would encourage you. And I know Levi does this at a high level, but like, don't worry about so much about the clubs. Like, the money's made on accessories anyway. Like, and whatever you can slap your brand on. So, like, I would venture to say, like, guys like us, or guys like me, for example. And I see, it's funny, Church, because I hear on your guys' show, like, you talk about like criticism on and off the app. I don't know if it's me personally that just stays, like, doesn't listen to the noise, or just maybe because prior to whatnot, like, we got all the hate comments and stuff. Like, I get that, but I just try to, I just block the noise. Like, I don't even, like, it doesn't, if somebody is talking shit about you, it's because they have something wrong inside of them, right? And that means I don't need to hear what you have to say, right? So I just would encourage you to not let that shit get in your head, because for every one of those haters, there's 40, 50 people on your live that want to buy whatever the hell you're selling. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Embrace the ones that love you. So, and embrace the haters too. I mean, like Nick just said, it just means that, there's something wrong inside of them. So, guys, I got a hard out in like 10 minutes. I don't know if you guys have anything else y'all want to bring up.
just a little product plug for Grunk. They dropped their den caddies. And these things are
I can't see it. Maybe. I can't see it. Hopefully I get to see it on the finished product, because
Yeah, I know. And
it's like it's on a Samsung.
they just dropped them. They're fucking
Beautiful though, what I can see. It looks like it's 8-bit on my end, so that's really cool.
Yeah, we're only running those on Whatnot. Oh, you can only get them on Whatnot.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nick, I don't know if you wanted to talk about it, but you have something special dropping very, very soon. If you want to do one last plug for your show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, this will be out before then, right? So the February 2nd show, if you're listening, please bookmark it. We have basically developed our first ever putter. It's called the Shoddy Scammer, and we have the whole collection around it. So 2 polos, a quarter zip, which is the first time we've ever done a quarter zip. There's a hat, there's a ball, a divot tool, and then again, this first ever putter comes with a custom club head cover and everything. And I put a lot of time, money, and energy into it, and it's gonna be dope. And we only have 100 of them, and that's it. When they're gone, they're gone. Unless you're in the drinking club. The show's the 31st. That's a private drinking club show to get early access to it. So,
He's playing this drinking show.
yeah, what's the major club? I didn't know this. I need to know this.
the drinking club is something, it did birth from Whatnot, but it's open to the public too. It's a membership for our website primarily, but it also includes a monthly Whatnot show with exclusive products. So basically what it is if you're a drinking club member, you buy it on our website, it's $24.95 a month. You get free shipping, 30% off on our entire website forever, as long as you're a member. And you get $10 a month in store credit. So $120 a year of free things. It stacks. So if you don't use it, you can use it at the end of the year and $120. And then what we do is a private Whatnot show once a month where we do buy it now prices. We let guys name their prices if there's something they want to get their hands on. And then we drop all of our new drops early, like this Shoddy Scammering collection. There will be a show with 20, 30, 40 guys in it that will have access to buy however much they want at a set price before it goes live on Whatnot for auction.
Nice. That's pretty cool. I like that. Sounds really, Sarah, the costs associated with that?
Yeah, $24.95 a month is the price. And that's, you get, it's basically, you know, I made it so it's a no-brainer. It's $25 a month. You get $10 back immediately in store credit. You also, there's also exclusive merch that you can only get as a member. So there's a member polo that you can only get if you're a drinking club member. There's a member bag tag, and then in 2026, part of my goal for that membership is to basically build out an entire collection that is all behind that paywall that you can only get as a member.
Awesome.
Nice.
Well, if I don't drink, are people going to call me a fraud or something? Or
No, you could be our designated driver. You know what I mean? Vice. Cool, man. I appreciate you guys having us on. Yeah, thanks for letting us plug the tournament. We did actually just get a foursome sign up while we were on. I'm not lying. It just came through my email. So now we have probably closer to 14 spots left.
Bert, you better get in there.
Let's get on.
all right, Nick. Man, I can't say thank you enough for coming on here, man. I mean, it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure to talk to you and pick your brain, and I appreciate everything you talked about, man. And guys, if y'all haven't already, please click the link below and visit their shop. You know, buy something, get eligible for winning that prize that he talked about for, you know, one lucky person that buys through the link. Be that one, you know, have a chance to be that one person. Also, be sure to click that link. Only 14 spots as of now. As by the time this comes out, who knows how many spots are going to be open, but if there are, click that link, sign up for the tournament. Sounds like it's going to be one hell of a time. I know they put on a fantastic show. Bookmark all their shows on Whatnot, every social media, Grunkdolfer.com. Do y'all have that? Is that Grunkdolfer.com? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Grunkdolfer.com. You know, you know, show some love to them. That they make fantastic products. Anything else any of you guys want to say before we head out?
Just to thank you again to Nick, though. It's very cool to actually talk to him and see him off the app of Whatnot and off of all the Instagram. I always see him posting and shit. It's cool to see the side of him too. So appreciate you, Nick. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for joining in. Please click that like, comment, and subscribe button. And please hit that bell notification, guys. Be sure to visit Grunkdolfer. Use the link below, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you.